What's up, fam? How are we? Tonight we're coming from the floor. I was feeling like really super tight through my midsection, my back, my hips, everywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop sitting down, and I'm just gonna get on the floor and actually sit out and stretch everything out. I'm always standing at a standing desk as well, which is the other thing. So it's not quite right for me. I need to like elevate it a little bit more, get a bit of a bigger one. And so I am hunching over, but that's why I'm on the floor tonight. I'm a bit of a weird bloke, but I don't really give a fuck either. You know, kind of like that. And yeah, so I'm coming live from the floor tonight, and that's why we're here. It's fantastic. It's a good time on the floor. And I'll tell you what, guys, there's one thing as a man which you need to be able to do is just actually be able to sit cross-legged. We all get so tight, so stiff. You can never sit properly like this. The other thing you'll notice is that when you do start doing this and you actually get more flexible, your gut will start moving a whole heap better. You'll relieve a shitload of tension. You'll feel absolutely mint. So yeah, that is a short reason as to why I'm on the floor tonight. As I said, I'm a bit of an old bloke, but don't really give a fuck. Pretty happy as I am. So quite fantastic being James Cant, to be perfectly honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this in the Shred community so that all the Shred community members can get in amongst it. And yeah, then we're going to go kick off. I'm going to start with Q&A first tonight. So get your questions in because we're going to start with the Q&A first, go through that, get you guys into it, and then I can actually shape the next part of the video on why dieting gives you anxiety to exactly what you guys need. So fire away with the questions, load them up, because a shitload, literally a metric shitload of people get anxiety while they're dieting, right? Heaps and heaps and heaps. And literally every single one of us here would have experienced. I've experienced it. I mean, you know, Clint, the guy who's worked with me, he's experienced it. Joel's experienced it before. The whole JFC, JCF, can't even say my own company right. The whole JCF team, we've all been through the same shit that you have. So we're here to help you out. The physicist asked, how old are you, mate? Guessing late 20s. Late 20s? Fuck you, man. I'm 23. 23. I'm almost 24, actually. December 5th, guys. December 5th. Save the date. Jimmy Cant's birthday. So yeah. No, mate. I'm a spring chicken. December 5th, 1993. That's when I was popped out. But people always think they look a lot older than what I am. I think because I'm not larger than what most 23-year-olds are. I actually started lifting when I was 13. So I went to boarding school and I got dumped in a house of bigger boys. So I was 12 and I first started training out the back. I had a chin-up bar and push-ups, and that was it. And so every day with my mate Sean, good bloke, terrific bloke, we used to do chin-ups and sit-ups with our legs over the chin-up bar and push-ups every single day from the age of 12, or roughly every single day anyway. I was playing rugby as well, and then when I turned 13 I moved into another house where there were a heap of bigger boys, so I was mixed in with like 16, 17, 18 year old boys, and pretty much they were like, Cant, you got to go to the gym. And so they whipped me out of bed at like 5 in the morning and marched me up to the gym and made me lift, which was awesome. I was like literally the most starstruck kid at the time. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what a dumbbell, no idea what a dumbbell was, or like a barbell or bench press or anything. So yeah, it was good times. So I walked in the gym and just started doing it, and they told me, like, mate, if you want to get big, you got to lift. And here I am, 23 years later, trying to still get big. So yeah, that's my story. But yeah, no, I am 23 years old. That's it. I started everything young. I mean, I turned pro. I was an IFBB pro when I was 20. So I started pretty young. Started competing when I was 18. 18? Yeah, started competing when I was 18. Won my first state title at 18 as well. So yeah, started nice and young. Now Mel's saying my arms look massive. Thanks, mate. I'm trying. I need to get bigger though. I'm actually going down in weight at the moment. So I was like 89 to 91 the other day. Not good at all. So I need to keep eating, which is why I got this stuff here. My daily fuel, thank you Gemma. It's got like heaps of deliciousness in there. I'm going to chow away on this while we're going through here. Gary's just asked, oh hey legend, looking forward to getting you shredded. Can a well-balanced diet and fitness routine help treat long-time sufferers of anxiety? Fucking oath it can. Man, I work with a heap of people with anxiety, depression, bipolar, all that sort of stuff. Literally, the vast majority of my clients actually have it. It is the minority of people who don't have depression, anxiety, bipolar, or anything like that, okay? There are several reasons why. I won't go into that in this video, but yes, mate, you can definitely do it. In the end of the day, as much as some people are going to hate me for saying this, anxiety, bipolar, depression, schizophrenia, all those sorts of things result as an imbalance. They come from an imbalance of neurotransmitters, okay? Where are most of the neurotransmitters made, and where regulates neurotransmitters? The gut. So if you fix the gut, you can fix a lot of these things. On top of that too, if you start replacing neurotransmitters using the stuff that I use, theanine, theacrine, 5-HTP, melatonin, Resurrect, all that sort of stuff, they will alleviate a lot of your issues and make you feel a hell of a lot better. So yes, Gary, 100%. I also run courses for older blokes who are going through these issues and who aren't functioning at 100%. Gary, if you feel like you're functioning at about 30 to 40%, you know, I've actually run a course which gets you back up to 100 and then teaches you how to function at 130% like I do. So you can, you know, think better, work better, everything, the whole lot. So yeah, man, dude, you can 100% fix anxiety, depression, all that. I've got a shitloads of guys who will line up and talk to you about it too if you want to hear their stories. So yeah, man, 100% you can. Daniel, I think I had the right food for anxiety. What food you having, brother? Aiden, I've found that 5-HTP has helped me a lot, more positive outlook, if that makes sense. Yeah, dude, 5-HTP is awesome. It's fantastic. That's why I have it in all your plans, literally. 5-HTP is a staple except for those who are on SSRIs or MAO inhibitors. Man, it's absolutely fantastic. And combined with like the right food for you, bro, it'll change your life. Kazi, I started off in my HSC skipping because I wanted to lose weight. Yeah, man, we've all been there, done that. It's good. It's good. What else we got? Joe, is it bad if I had rice 3 times this week? No, man, not at all. If you had Krispy Kremes 3 times this week, man, that'd be bad. That wouldn't be fun at all. But rice, who cares, bro? Who cares? You know, it's good. Get it in. If you like it, you like it. Luke, training your routine has helped my PTSD for the military become maintained, and training is going mint. Bro, that's because you're killing it. You're absolutely killing it. And that's the thing, man, it's not really even a surprise, as we talked about. Like, it's not even a surprise, it's expected. That's what should happen. If your insides are good, your outsides are also going to feel good. And Cuzzy's just said, well, the gut has been labelled the second brain. 100% the gut's the second brain. In fact, I think that a lot of the time the gut controls this more than this controls this. A lot of the time, all right? You'll see a hell of a lot of people with gut issues who have, you know, stuff going on up here, me included. When I had my IBS, it was shit. I was anxious all the time. I was irritable, angry, all that sort of stuff. It sucked, like honestly sucked. Now that I'm more level and my health's getting better, my mind's so much better, chilled as fuck, couldn't give a shit, like loving life every single day. I mean, that's how you want to be, and that's a symptom of happiness, right? Joel, thoughts on sugar? Man, it depends, okay? If you're a healthy person and you're 100% healthy, you're feeling absolutely amazing, sugar's great. If you've got the slightest bit of a gut issue, then yeah, sugar can really, really screw you around, all right? There are times when sugars are good, all right? So when you're trying to get bigger, sugar's fantastic because obviously it's easy calories to get in. Really, really easy calories, really easy carbs, all right? I see myself and I'm going to try and hook through this stuff all tonight. And there's like, what, 100 grams of carbs in there. And that's tough. If I'm eating that 5 times a day, that's really, really tough to get down. Whereas if I have sugar, I can just shake it up in a drink, smash it all down to the easiest calories to get in. Easiest. However, now this comes back to the original conversation, why your diet's giving you anxiety. If you have anxiety, man, if you are not functioning well and your gut's not working well and you're not feeling right in the head, sugar's going to be the worst thing for you ever. I know a shitload of people who have anxiety every single day, all right? They came to me, they started working with me, and literally we just got them on a lower sugar diet. Bang, all right? The anxiety just dissipated very, very quickly. And that's not uncommon. People will try to call me out for that. Like, oh, it's bullshit, it's so much harder than that, you're underestimating it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just fucking do it. Cut out your sugar, stop eating shit, and see how much your body changes, your mind changes, all right? Kenna has just said, take your pants off. Probably not going to take my pants off, bruh. Kind of weird, all right? Not in front of 63. If you paid me, that'd be different, but you're not paying me. The Fizz, my man, can you debunk all the BS surrounding sugar versus fats? What BS, brother? There is a myriad of BS around those topics, so be a little bit more specific, and then I will answer it. Remick, How to put on weight if people have got a fast metabolism. Eat more, all right? Your metabolism isn't that fast. Kazi, do you prefer dirty versus clean bulk? Clean bulk all the way, man. If you get fat, man, you know, it is the worst. It is so hard to come back from. Fat is not good. You know, it's not worth getting fat, any more fat than what you have to. You want to be shredded, you want to stay lean all year round, like what we're going to do with you, Kazi. And we're going to keep you lean, we're going to make sure that you're feeling fantastic. That is exactly what we need to do, okay? Right, so look, tonight, let's hit on into why your diet is giving you anxiety, right? So many people get anxiety from their diets, so many. Literally, it is super, super, super common within the fitness industry, okay? The reason for this, for so many people, is they're happy to start off with, but they're just not very happy about how they look, and they want to improve that. And so what they do is they go out and they find a coach, they find a trainer, right? And this trainer tells them to eat every single day 3 sprigs of asparagus, 1 can of tuna, half a cup of whey protein, and then 5 mouthfuls of air and nothing else, right? Do you think you'd get anxiety if you were eating that? Can you imagine if your diet was so restrictive that if you went to go have a 5th piece of asparagus, you're like, oh no, I can't do that, it's not cheat day yet. You know, my cheat day, I get to have a little bit of lettuce, you know, or I get to have some peanut butter, but only if I do an hour of cardio as well. There's a reason why so many people get anxiety. It's because their diets are so bloody restrictive. When you are dieting, when you are trying to lose weight, you should not be focused on depriving your body of all this shit. You shouldn't be focused on depriving your body of every single nutrient imaginable. What you should be trying to do is you should actually be trying to eat as much as you physically can while getting in lots of nice food that you enjoy. Now, I'm not talking crap. If you really enjoy a Krispy Kreme, you need to take a good hard look at it. Well, no, you don't need to, because Krispy Kremes are awesome. I do enjoy a Krispy Kreme once a year myself, once every 2 years even. But if you're trying to fit a Krispy Kreme into your diet, you kind of got the wrong idea. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're eating lots of good food that tastes good. Literally, 9 times out of 10 people like steak unless they've got a gut issue. It's really the only time people don't like steak, because they have a hard time digesting it. People love nut butters. You know, people love carbs. People love, you know, stuff like potatoes, sweet potato, pumpkin, veggies, all that sort of stuff. If you're cutting that from your diet, it's no wonder you're getting anxiety, because you're not eating anything, all right? And when your diet is that restrictive, the other thing that happens is that you actually don't get any release of serotonin. So when you eat carbs, when you eat food, what happens is you get a boost of serotonin because it feels good, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel relaxed, all right? You bring yourself out of fight or flight. Now, when you don't have that, when you're eating 2 parts of fuck all, when you are having a cheat meal, which is 1 extra asparagus sprig every day, that is going to give you anxiety hard, like really, really big time anxiety, okay? And you're not going to enjoy life whatsoever. So you need to make sure that your diet is varied enough, wide enough, big enough, and caters for enough food so that you don't push yourself down there. If you're really, really restricted, you're going to get stressed. When you're stressed for an extended period of time, you're going to get anxiety. When you're anxious for an extended period of time, you're going to get depression, and then you're going to obviously get an eating disorder as a part of that, okay? What you need to do, the solution for this, the easiest one, is to just don't eat like a dickhead, all right? If your coach tells you to eat literally nothing for weeks on end just to lose a few kilos, it's not worth it. Go get another one. Sack him, sack her, whatever, don't do it, okay? You need to eat a large volume of food. I try to get my guys and girls eating over 2 kilos of food every day, all right? That's my goal. So eat really over 2 kilos of total volume of food each day, and that's what you need to do. Now the next one, which goes on from the first point, is that your meal plan is so restrictive. That's the first one. Your meal plan has got such low calories. When you're having super, super low calories, you get cravings, okay? That's because your neurotransmitters are all out of whack and your hormones are all out of whack, all right? And when this happens, you are setting yourself up for hardcore anxiety. When you are constantly hungry all the time, eating absolutely nothing, you're not going to have a good time. It is going to stress the living shit out of you. As exactly the same as before with being restrictive. If you have too low calorie or too few calories on your diet, you're going to reduce your GABA levels, you're going to reduce your serotonin levels, you're going to deplete your estrogen, your testosterone, and you're going to absolutely have the worst time ever. It is not going to be good for you at all. So make sure you're maximizing your calories. When you're dieting, you should be eating as many calories as you can while losing fat at the same time. You should always try to have as many calories, like pushing the total calories. You should be pushing the food volume, always eating more. That is how it should be while you're still losing fat. Don't worry about dropping, if you're a girl, dropping down to 1,000 or 700 calories just to lose a bit of weight. All right? Don't bother with that. If you're a dude and somebody's, you're trying to, they're getting you on, 1,500 calories just to lose 1 kilo or 2 kilos or just get slightly lean, just right off the bat. You don't want to do that at all. You want to maximize your calories. You eat more, okay? Because the thing is, the biggest cause of anxiety that I see every single day is the fact that you can't do what you want to do. You don't like the foods you're eating, right? You're eating fuck all, and you're eating shit food. So you're literally eating chicken and broccoli, or you're eating some asparagus and lettuce, and that's it, all right? You don't have any nuts, you don't have any carbs, you don't have any things which taste good. You sure as shit don't have any gummy bears like most of my guys do. I mean, all these types of things which are really, really restrictive and putting you on low-calorie diets are not going to help you whatsoever. The other thing that they're going to do is they're going to completely ruin your neurotransmitters, as I said before. And the biggest thing with ruining your neurotransmitter levels is it throws everything out of whack. It throws your hormones out of whack, cravings out of whack, gut out of whack, the whole lot. So you need to really, really look after them. The next thing that I'll say that a lot of people don't do and why their meal plans are giving them anxiety is because their meal plans aren't designed for them. If you're not following a plan with the correct macronutrients and correct foods for you, you're going to have a shit time. A really, really shit time, okay? You need to have a plan which is catered for you, where you eat the foods that you want to eat, which you feel best on, because if you don't, it's not going to be fun. Your body inherently tells you what foods are going to be good for you, all right? So I see a lot of coaches out there. A lot of them try to say, oh, you got to eat tuna and chicken breast and that's it. I'm like, why? Why? In fact, I asked a coach once, I said, mate, why would you give this client tuna in meal 3? Why can he only have tuna in meal 3? Why must he have tuna in meal 3? And he said, oh, because that's what he needs to do. And I'm like, but why? And he literally couldn't tell me a reason why you needed to have tuna in meal 3. Because there is no fucking reason why you have to have tuna in meal 3. What you need to have is a very, very wide balance of foods. And you need to be able to select those foods and choose what you want to eat and what you know is working best for you, okay? On top of this too, you need to have a supplementation regime tailored to you, because in the end of the day, literally everybody listening to this, all of you guys who are tuning in right now, you're going to be in the top 1%, all right? The stuff that I talk about and the reason why you listen to me and why we get along is because you're in the top 1%. You're people who want to change. The thing with people like you is that you literally always end up with neurotransmitter deficiencies. You guys are the high achievers, all right? There are a large number of Defence Force or former Defence Force personnel in here, and they're high achievers. There's a high number of business people in here, high number of high-powered or very, very successful corporate type people in here, high number of sales type people in here. There's a lot of these people who are very, very high level in here, which all of you are a part of, and literally you guys run differently to everybody else. You will burn yourself out, you will work yourself to the bone to make more money, to live a better life, to work harder, to look better, all that sort of stuff. And the thing is, if you're not replacing your neurotransmitters, then you're not going to have a fun time at all. When you are depleting yourself constantly of serotonin and GABA, your life goes to shit. You always get anxiety. So you need to make sure that your plan is tailored to you and actually replenishes all the neurotransmitters which we need in order to function, which we need to bring us down and allow us to rest, okay? Now the other thing, the third, possibly the biggest one that I see all the time, the biggest cause of anxiety and stress amongst people who are trying to lose weight, is that there's so much fucking information out there all the time. Literally, you go on social media and everyone's preaching something different. Now, some person over here is going to say, you know what, you need to have muesli and yogurt for breakfast because that's what I do and it works. And then this person here says, you know, you need to eat Krispy Kremes every day because if you don't eat Krispy Kremes every day, you're not going to be happy. And then this person here says, you know, you should never eat sugar. And this person here says, you should always eat sugar. And the thing is that there's so much information out there, but none of it's tailored to you. What you need to do is you need to block all that shit out. You need to work out what you need. You need to look at yourself. You need to be have a bit of insight into yourself, into your body, learn your body, test your body. Run blood tests, run Braverman assessments, run whatever tests you need to in order to find out what you need for your body. Okay? So, if somebody out there says everyone should be on the keto diet, they're a fucking idiot. If somebody out there says everybody should be doing flexible dieting and eating Krispy Kremes every day, they're a fucking idiot. Right? If somebody says you can only eat the paleo diet, that's the only way to be, they're a fucking idiot. There is a method that works best for everybody, and you need to find it for yourself. People often ask me, like, James, what are your dieting principles? Like, what diets do you follow? I'm like, I don't really follow anything. I mean, I don't preach any single soul diet because every single one of you are different. Some of you have got autoimmune disorders, so you're going to need different diets, like a keto diet or something like that, and intermittent fasting. Some of you out there are going to be people who you need to eat high frequency, high meal frequency, so you will have you on 6+ meals a day, right? Some of you out there are going to do better on high protein diets, some are going to do better on low. You need to find out what works best for you. If you're trying to bring in all these diets so that every single, Insta thought has ever come up with, and she shows her ass and she's got a nice ass, so you're like, that's the diet for me. Or there's a dude out there who's gassed out of his mind and he looks pretty good, but he eats nachos every day, so that's what you should do. You do the nacho diet. It's not going to work for you. You're going to get stressed as fuck because you're going to go between person to person trying to copy and imitate everything out there. You're going to try and use all the information from each of these people. You're going to run one day of carb backloading, then one day of if it hits your macros, then one day of, a mountain dog protocol or whatever. And you're going to mix and match all these different things and you're not going to get anywhere, and that's going to stress the living shit out of you, okay? So you need to find what works for you. Who gives a fuck about anybody else? Finds what works for you and you will be happy, you will be less anxious, and you'll be much better, okay? The other thing on top of this that you need to do is you must track your progress. So every single one of my guys, pretty much, when you sign up with me, you should be receiving every single Thursday a progress evaluation link to fill out, all right? You'll get that straight into your inbox. You need to fill that out so we can track your progress and make sure that we're all on top of it. There's a reason why we do that, because if we don't know what's working, and we can't change the program to make sure that you are, and make sure that you are progressing how you should be. If you don't track your progress, you could get a month down the track, right? And you've made no progress, and that'll stress the shit out of you. And then you get into anxiety. You're like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna get lean, I'm never gonna feel good, I hate myself, I feel like shit, what am I doing, fuck, all this sort of stuff, okay? Now, on the other hand, if you're tracking your progress every single week, you can see what's working and what's not working. It also makes you adhere to the protocol, because you're like, I got a week, or I got a month where I've got to track this every single day, follow this protocol to see how it works, alright? So that's pretty much it. They're the three biggest things that really affect your anxiety. Now, a shitload of you guys are going to be able to relate to this. So ask away for your questions. I'm going to go through a few more here. What have we got? Ali Assad, alcohol and bodybuilding. That's another big cause of anxiety. Alcohol and bodybuilding. Look, if you drink alcohol every single week, you can stay lean. Definitely. You can stay lean if you're already a lean person. If you're overweight, you're not going to have a good time. If you are a highly stressed person, you're drinking alcohol every single week, you're also not going to have a good time. If you're trying to get bigger and trying to grow but drinking alcohol, then you're not going to grow as quickly as what you would have otherwise if you had just not drank alcohol, okay? So if you're already lean, you can drink alcohol and it'll be fine, but if you're not going to have a fun time whatsoever, alright? Tim Clear, do you have a meal plan you recommend and how much? Timmy, book in with my boy Joel. I'll shoot you a link. We'll get the boys to shoot you a link and we'll sort you out. Asef, I've been on a protein diet for 4 months, been doing cardio and weights 5 days a week. Why am I not seeing your results? Why am I not seeing results? Because the diet's not quite right for you, mate. You need to alter it, okay? Book in a call with Joel and we'll get you sorted. And join the Shred, or even just simply join the Shred community. Learn from all the stuff that's up there, and you'll do pretty well anyway, man. Nafiz, my man. Any tips on how to season veggies? Got protein covered but haven't mastered the art of cooking veggies. Brother, I am not a good cook, okay? I am looking to bring out a recipe book with my boy Joel Pete. Absolute legend, that guy. Fantastic chef, but I am not a good cook at all. Tell you what I do. I go to Gemma daily and I'm like, Gemma, thank you very much. hook me up, this is what I need, all right? And she makes it all for me and tastes delicious. I can't cook to save myself. Literally, my idea of a nice dinner is a whack of steak on, chuck some frozen veggies in, pour oil over the whole lot, and I love it, all right? And that's literally it. Maybe put a bit of salt on if I'm feeling adventurous, but nothing more than that. Alex, Ronnie Coleman Resurrect, do you have to do the 5 days on and 2 days off, or can you power through? Guys, for those of you who don't train with me or don't know, Ronnie Coleman Resurrect is a sleeping supplement, which is literally the best one in the market that I can find at the moment. The unfortunate thing about that is it's now discontinued, and we're going to have to look for a new Ronnie Coleman Resurrect because it'll never be available in Australia again, and they're changing the formula. Dickheads. But anyway, what it involves is it's got a few neurotransmitter precursors such as phenibut, which slows you down, helps you sleep. And yeah, it's absolutely fantastic for your sleep. No, you do not have to take 2 days off. You do not have to cycle your nootropics at all. There is literally no benefit to it whatsoever. If you're taking massive doses, then yeah, maybe think about it, but you're not, man. You're taking like 200 milligrams max. That's it, okay? So, well, 300 milligrams, I'm pretty sure it is in the Resurrect. Dano, how are you, brother? Graphy, everywhere I go, people are obsessed with pre-workouts. Can I just say, don't use them? Guys, pre-workouts are shit, all right? Literally, there is hardly a good pre-workout out there at all. Literally, nothing, mate. Nothing. Don't bother, all right? Save your money. If you want to go piss your money up against a wall, all right, literally put it on a wall and piss on it, or go off the top of your balcony and just throw it, all right? Because literally that's what you're doing. All you're doing is just giving a few supplement companies some money. You're paying some Insta Thoughts to post some more pictures of their ass with their lovely pineapple flavored pre-workout. That is clearly the reason that they got to their physique in the first place. I've taken a lot of supplements in my time, and I'll tell you what, the supplements aren't the reason why I am where I am. It's because I've been working my fucking ass off since I was 13 years old, and because I diet like a Trojan and nothing will ever stop me, alright? There, I said it, alright? I've just debunked the whole supplement industry, okay? You look at Rich Piana, everybody knows Rich Piana, formerly Rich Piana, alright? Very sad that. But the reason why he got to be such a freak is not because of the supplements, and he openly said that. He openly said that, one of the few honest blokes in the industry. And yeah, the reason why he got big was because he was taking shitloads of steroids, trained like a boss, and ate a fucking heap, okay? So pre-workouts aren't going to make you big. They might get you jittery, but I tell you what, if you just go smash 5 coffees, you'll also get very jittery, and you'll spend a heap less money. Jody, hey James, to heal your gut, do you put your guys on an elimination diet? Fuck no. Jody, to heal the gut, look, you reduce the foods which cause you to have triggers, but you don't go on an elimination diet. Guys, for those of you who don't know, an elimination diet is something where literally you cut out a vast majority of foods and then slowly but surely try and add them back in. The problem with these elimination diets is that people actually get more stressed than when they're on them, and it actually tends to screw your gut more than when you actually started. And you actually end up over-consuming certain foods because you've cut out so many foods, right? So Jody, no, you don't need an elimination diet. You need to reduce the symptoms by reducing foods which obviously cause the poor symptoms, such as, you know, bloating, gas, all that stuff. There's a food which causes that, get rid of it. But you don't just bulk eliminate. That's something made up by, a lot of people who have clearly misinformed you. So I would not do that at all, Jody. Are you looking to heal your gut? If so, let me know and I'll help you out in this feed. Ben Turner, you look amazing, bro. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Josh Leeton says, would overuse of pre-workouts throw the anxiety into a spin? I love using them, but the come down sucks like nothing else. Big man, just ranted on it. Pre-workouts are shit. They do literally nothing for you, all right? They're going to make you focus because you're pumping yourself full of stimulants, not the best. What you need to do is go some theocrine, some tyrosine, that's all the mental boost that you need. On top of this too, improve your sleep, replenish your diminished GABA levels, and then you're going to be sweet. Matt, I'm glad you enjoyed it, big fella. John Harrell, what's a pre-workout? Not sure if serious, but a pre-workout is a supplement that you take before you work out. Generally filled with stimulants and shit. Joel, Thoughts on naps and sleeping in and if they affect body sleep cycles. Mate, I'm a huge fan of naps. I am a massive, massive fan of naps, okay? In my opinion, you literally can't get enough naps in. I love a nap. I have a nap every single day. You ask Clint, who's also on my support team at JCF, and literally between the hours of about 1:45 and 2:15, you can't even get a hold of me because that's my nap time. I'm always on having a nap around then, okay? I love my naps. They're fantastic. They don't impact your sleep cycles if you have them during the middle of the day. If you have them late in the day, like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., yeah, it's going to affect your sleep cycles. But other than that, you're going to feel a shitload better. Jaden, is there anything else similar to GABA that I can take since it's banned in New Zealand? Yes, Jaden, don't even start me on how people are banning GABA and phenibut. Fucking idiots. I hate our therapeutic goods administrations and whatever you've got. They are the absolute pits. But no, I don't have something similar to GABA just yet. Valerian root it increases the amount of GABA produced, but I don't have something similar to GABA just yet. I will find one. See, the stupid thing about these our governing agencies banning supplements like GABA and phenibut and things like that is that all you need to do is change one molecule, one small part of it, and then it's legal again. So the fuck knuckles just make life a little bit harder for us, send small businesses like totalnootropics.com.au out of business or reduce their business, and that's literally it. They're just dickheads. Sorry for the rant, but I don't have an alternative just yet, but we'll find one. Give Chris from Total Nootropics a message. I can't remember his email, but you'll be able to find it. And he'll be able to let you know because he's the man for all that stuff. Jody. Yes, I need to heal my gut, fix anxiety and severe fatigue. Thought I had adrenal fatigue, but now I know that doesn't exist. I'm glad you know adrenal fatigue doesn't exist. Fantastic. If you need help, Jody, let's book you in for a call and we'll get you sorted, okay? It's very easy to do. Guys, if you're out there and you have a gut issue, literally 9 times out of 10, if you follow the plan and you're doing what I do with you, I'll have you pretty much to 90% within about 8 to 12 weeks, okay? 8 to 12. There's, out of my last however many, I've had one person, I will admit I've had one person who hasn't been fully fixed within 8 weeks. But yeah, if we kept going for another 4 to 6, probably would have had her too. So yeah, I would, if you want to get fixed, I can help you. We do it literally time and time again. Very, very easy. Next question, Betty Turner. How long are you spending at the gym each session? Between 1 hour and 3 hours. So, I train a lot differently to everybody else at the moment because right now I'm just loving life and trying to be as, unstressed as possible. I'm working an absolute shitload, alright? And I've come off a period of overworking myself in the gym, right? To a point where I actually didn't really like training and it kind of sucked for me. So yeah, I'm training as long as I want, as long as I feel good. And if I've got a mate like the squat doc, Abdel Mohammed, to train with, then I'll deadlift for 3 hours and hit 50 sets with him, alright? Josh Leeton, just been my pre-workout. I'm glad. I'm sorry you wasted your money, but I'm glad. Can I get your views on SARMs, bro? Mate, with SARMs, my opinion on SARMs is that if you're going to try and take an ergogenic aid, oh, by the way, guys, for all of you those of you who don't know, SARMs are like the latest steroid alternative, right? You know how everybody's always looking for a steroid alternative? That's SARMs at the moment, right? The thing with steroid alternatives is that they're never quite as good as steroids. They often drain your wallet very well, and they often have side effects very similar to steroids. They just don't make you grow, okay? What we need to do is say, how big do you want to get? Do you want to get freakishly big, all right? What are you using SARMs for? Why? What's the purpose? If you're using SARMs just to get a few extra gains, but you just don't want to use steroids because of the stigma of steroids, I'll say, what's the point? In the end of the day, you're taking literally, they're very similar to a steroid, they just don't work. You're still not going to be a natural bodybuilder after taking SARMs, right? Steroids have got a very bad name, but the thing is, compared to these things which are new and unknown, they're actually going to be a lot safer. So if you're going to go through a doctor and use anabolics and use TRT, I'd 100% say do that over SARMs any day of the week. You know, my honest opinion. Look, dude, I know I'm waffling a little bit here, but SARMs, man, I wouldn't bother. I'm not going to take SARMs. So yeah, I honestly would not bother taking SARMs at all. If you're going to do anything, just go to the original. In the end of the day, testosterone was found in the 60s, and they've never made anything quite as good as it ever since, alright? Testosterone is always going to be the #1 performance enhancer out of everything. If you can get your hands on SARMs, then you can probably get your hands on gear as well. So, yeah, that'd be my thing. In the end of the day, though, let's take a step back. It's like, why? Why do you want to be using the steroids? Why do you want to be using the SARMs? Are you not on a high enough in training plan? You know, are you not incorporating microcycles or anything like that, man? There's a heap of stuff out there. Like, are you not dedicating enough time in the gym? Not dedicating enough time to eat? All that sort of stuff. Okay. So you really got to figure out why you want to do it and see whether you actually need SARMs or you're just using a shortcut, which is cool. You can use a shortcut if you want. I just wouldn't advise it. Or you actually want to get freakishly fucking big. If you want to get freakishly fucking big, well, in the end of the day, steroids is your only option. Let's be honest, guys. If you ever watched the Mr. Olympia, none of them are natural, okay? Newsflash. All those big, freakishly huge guys with veins popping out of everywhere and they're all bald. Yeah, they're not natural at all. Okay. Next one. Nafiz, best way to get your body fat checked out, bruh. Mate, the best way to get your body fat checked out. I don't know. I don't care. The best way, my favourite way is looking in the mirror and I'm like, do I look fucking good or do I look like I need to go lift again? Okay? That's my favourite way. I also like taking measurements for consistency, but they don't tell you your body fat. So really it's out of a DEXA scan or a pinch test. Both of these are inaccurate, very, very inaccurate. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with either unless you just want to know like a round figure for the sake of knowing a round figure. In which case, a DEXA scan or a pinch test, either or, same shit. Right? I used to get my body fat pinch tested in the lead up to comp, and there were periods where I did it and where I didn't. My results stayed exactly the same between when I did or I didn't. Yeah, I just wouldn't bother. I'd look at myself. If you've got abs, all right, you're generally going to be less than 10 to 12% body fat. So the general consensus is. Do you really care what your body fat is? Like, I mean, if you're going to pick up a girl at the beach, right, and you walk over and you're like 12%, and she's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo? You're not going to do very well. But if you walk over to her and you're shredded and you strike up a conversation like a normal person and you just look shredded, then you're going to do well. Same as if you're going to do a bodybuilding competition, all right? You don't walk out to the judges and be like, 4%, and they're like, you look shit. You know, in the end of the day, it's how you look, not what some shitty little number says on the scale. Okay? Gemma, do you know what causes food intolerances? Can they be cured? I was told if I got rid of my SIBO, I may be able to eat gluten and dairy again. Is that legit? Gemma, I would, if I were you, never eat gluten or dairy again, okay? That is my general idea on it because they don't do anything. You can get gluten-free donuts if you really want them. Gluten-free pizza, gluten-free literally everything. So I would not bother. You can get gluten-free fucking burgers now from Grilled of all places. You can get gluten-free burgers there. So I wouldn't bother. As for dairy, well, yeah, you can have some, but it's always going to be, you know, a bit tighter. As soon as you get IBS or a form of IBS, your digestion never goes back to completely 100%, you're always slightly susceptible, okay? So you might function at 100%, but if you act like a dickhead for an extended period of time, then you're gonna go, bow, bow. It's not gonna go too well at all, okay? So yeah, dude, I would 100% avoid eating gluten and dairy again. But as for intolerances go, okay? When you have a gut issue, you generally develop an intolerance, and the worse that gut issue gets, the more intolerances that you get. The most common intolerances that I see are obviously gluten, dairy, corn, eggs, it's chicken breast is the next one, and then into like white fish, certain grains, like the floury type grains, all those sorts of things. They're the ones that cause it, okay? They're the really big ones. So yeah, I would, if I were you, will just keep working with us to fix these gut issues and make sure that they're absolutely gone, but not worry about the intolerances as such, because they will dissipate. When you fix your gut, your intolerances go away and you feel a whole heap better, okay? John, what's your thoughts on eating raw red meat? I fucking love it. I absolutely love carpaccio. You just got to do it really well, man. So if you're just going to hook into a steak raw that you've just got from Coles or Woolies, I'd be like, probably wouldn't do that, okay? Probably not your best bet. But if you're going to go out to a restaurant, have it prepared properly, or you can prepare it yourself properly, yeah, sweet, go for it. Nom 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 away. It's fantastic for you. Scott Ainsley, damaged patella in the left knee from training. Any hints on any exercise and food for a better recovery? 3 months on hurts when stretching. Cheers, James. Big fella, if you have got a damaged patella 3 months on from when you initially hurt it, I would probably be looking at what you're doing and maybe go see, different chirophysio or something like that. Get a different perspective, okay? Because we need to get that sorted. Mate, the best way to do it is to, number one, remove inflammatory foods from your diet. Number two, sleep more. Number three, look into anti-aging drugs and TRT, depending how old you are. I don't know how old you are, man, but yeah, if you're over the age of 30, they can be good ones to increase your recovery. On top of that too, just getting some light exercise in it to promote the blood flow, assuming it's fine with your allied health practitioner. They're probably the best advice that I can give you, man, at the moment. If you want to chat, just book in a call with my team, shoot us a message, or we'll get in touch with you and we'll sort you out. So yeah, that's the best advice that I can give you, my man. All right, what else have we got? Now the Fizz has also asked, hey Shred fam, any advice on how to build big legs? Seems like all my areas of my body grow, but my legs remain chicken status. My genes aren't great for the legs either. I come from a long lineage of chickenitis. Training it twice per week, but any extra tips or advice would be appreciated. My bench and squat strengths are pretty close. In my defense, I actually always train legs. Guys, I feel you, all right? There are a lot of people out here who cannot grow their legs, all right? Who just cannot grow their legs. Now, what this always comes back to is not your genetics. Don't blame your fucking genetics, okay? It is not your genetics that's the problem. The thing that is the problem is the fact that you're not contracting your legs well enough. You need to change your mechanics. You need to change your movement, okay? There's a bloke, Abdel Mohammed, the squat doc out at Chatswood Fitness First in Sydney, who I refer everyone to. If you want to get big, if you want to grow your legs, go see him. He's the man to do it, okay? He will help you move better. He will help everything work a whole heap better. There's a reason why he's got a job, okay? So go see him, go check him out, because he'll help you an absolute shitload, okay? So yeah, it's never your genetics, the reason why something can't grow. If you have a lagging body part, it's because you're not training it properly. You don't need to train it with extra frequency. You don't need to train it differently. You just need to contract in the proper way, all right? Next one, Chad asked, hey people, so I have a good question. I find when I eat really clean, roughly after 2 weeks, I always get this dip, and I've worked out as low blood sugar. What's the best thing to have and how much, as I don't want to have junk, etc.? If you get blood sugar drops or anything like that, what I would recommend is, number one, you fix your diet up, because if you're getting blood sugar drops, unless you're like in the lead up to comp where lots of funny things happen, your diet's not great. Number two, next thing I'd recommend is that you increase your fat intake. Number three, get on some berberine or metformin. Jimmy Nesbitt. People talk about this flow state, which is relaxed but effective. I tend to switch between effective or switched on and tense. For example, working in household tasks, and relaxed, which is careless / oblivious leisure time. Any ideas on how to combine the best of both? What do you mean, like how to combine the best of both, the balance? Well, what I guess you're asking is, how do you balance, actually I need clarification. Can you clarify that to me? And I'll try and answer it better, big man. John, can too much fruit be bad? Yeah, it can if you eat too much of it and your gut goes to shit. Yeah, definitely. If you feel bad on it, if you start getting fat, if you're eating like thousands of calories of fruit, yeah, it can be bad. But fruit isn't inherently bad, okay? If you have a bad gut, yes, fruit can be bad, but you know, it's a case by case scenario. Okay. Next one. Can everyone please comment on this? This is a fantastic one. It's my favourite. So David, my boy David, asks, what are your gym or your training superstitions and rituals? We all have them. The little things you do in preparation before you lift off for a rep. Here are some of mine. Number one, the numbers on the dumbbells must line up and point the right way on my knees before the lift. I must wear a blue singlet and grey shorts on chest day. I must wear my Krispy Kreme t-shirt on leg days. If using a bar, the plates must be symmetrical, i.e. a 20 on each end, not a 20 on one and a 15 to 5 on the other. Yeah, 100%, I do that so hard. Symmetry is key when lifting. And number 5, similar to 4, symmetrical to means the heavier plates must be on the inside of a bar when adding weight so that the stack looks sweet. I'll tell you, my biggest superstitions, my rituals before every single time that I train is I literally must have a nap before I train. Right? So I must have a nap or a good night's sleep, always. If I don't, I just won't train. Number 2, I must fucking pump tunes, like Mi Gente by, J Balvin or whatever. Pump that on the way to the gym every time. If I don't get tingles in my skin before I train, it's not going to be a good session. I don't even bother, alright? So, yeah. What else? I always wear the same pair of shoes every time, literally every single time I lift. I hate changing my shoes up. I always squat, deadlift, do legs barefoot. Can't do it. Hate wearing shoes for that. What else? Yeah. Share us some of your weird shit that you do. I used to snort my pre-workout as well because I thought it was better. So yeah, comment away. I want to hear all the weird shit that you guys do. Tim Nesbitt, back onto his question before. How do you attain focus without the extra nervous edge or be relaxed without being a dope? Could this be linked to neurotransmitter imbalance or diet factors? Yeah, man, definitely neurotransmitters and diet are involved. But pretty much what you want to do is you want to have a balance of just total time being on edge and like really fucking going for it. So when you're training, you want to have a bit of time where you're just focused, you're zen, you're calm, but you're focused on something. And you want to have some time where you are just relaxed and completely asleep and sluggish as, okay? That's how you want to do it. Now, Graffy just said, my rituals are ensure I wear deodorant. That's a very good one. And a lot of people miss that one, unfortunately. So yeah, you should always wear deodorant in the gym. Big fan of that one. All right. Look, guys, if you want to comment up a few more of your weird little gym things that you need to do, comment away. If you have any more questions, ask them. Because what I'm going to do now is I am going to start eating this and reading your comments. Jaden. Squatting and deadlifting without shoes feels so much better, but I got told off by the receptionist at my gym, not happy. Tell her to go fuck off. You're lifting. Tell her that you need to. Tell her your doctor said that you need to do that. She can't argue with that one. The fizz. I like to watch a short YouTube clip about discipline and motivation before hitting the gym. Helps me get in the zone. Check out Jocko Willing. I used to do that too, man. When I was at school, me and my best mate there, Birdo, we used to pump, we used to watch the Haka, New Zealand Haka, before we played footy. We used to watch the biggest hits in rugby, and we used to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger motivational clips before we lifted. That was what we used to do. So I know what you mean, man. Kevin, my rituals are always lift with the bar, then dumbbells, and finish with cable workouts. Why do you do that, man? Good shit. Anthony, you go over it a lot, but what's some easy foods to implement to improve gut health? Cheers, bro. Mate, the easiest way to improve your gut health is to remove all foods which cause you to feel not 100%, alright? You need to make sure that if you're eating food where you bloat or you get gassy or constipation or whatever, you need to cut them. That's the single easiest way to improve your gut health. Single easiest, alright? Even if they're meant to be good foods like broccoli, cauliflower, sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, all stuff like that, alright? You just need to make sure that you don't bloat at all, and then you're gonna be, it's gonna be happy days for you. Jody, before heavy dance, I have to dance out the verses with the bar against my shins, and I only lift on the chorus of whatever song I've got playing through my headphones. Can relate to that. Can relate to that. Anthony, my ritual is I wait for the bass to drop pre-lift. Yep, can relate to that too. Dano, superstition. I have to have my water bottle on a bench and on the floor. As well, got to watch anything from Tiger Fitness. Dano, that's probably the weirdest one I've heard, that you got to have your water bottle on a bench and on the floor, but I like it. That's unique. Joel, thoughts on eating before bed? Cheers for the Q&A, is absolute legend. I hope that helped, big fella. Joel, eating before bed is fantastic. Just depends how your digestion is. So some people will digest well, others won't. You just got to find out who you are. Tim, always YouTubing songs to listen to on my working sets to pump up. Bieber or Katy Perry is always playing my gym. Fuck man, there is nothing worse when they're playing a shit-out song in the gym you got to lift. Nothing worse. I train at Fitness First all through Sydney, predominantly at Chatswood, Willoughby, and then North Shore Gym in Lane Cove. And I tell you what, there is absolutely nothing worse than the shit they play. Dead set, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can 100% relate to that, Tim. Duncan, I've noticed lately I've been feeling warmer. Is this diet or workout related? Is my metabolism in overdrive with my increased activity and stricter diet? Man, it could be a number of things. Yes, if you are warmer and you're feeling hotter, then it's often a sign that you are producing more heat. It can often also be a sign of higher core body temperature, if that's even a thing. Allegedly it's a sign of that. Or it could be that you're taking a lot of stimulants and your heart's working a fair bit harder, right? So yeah, it could be a number of things, man. It could be either a good sign or a bad sign. It just really depends on your circumstances. Do you have a good diet and training program at the moment? And are you lean? Tim, need all items out of my pocket when doing heavy compound lifts. Yeah, man, I know what you mean. That extra 200 grams of your phone feels like it's actually going to impede your gains. I know exactly what you mean. Chance, hey mate, late check-in, just smashed chest. How'd you go, big man? You're looking awesome, brother. You're looking really, really good. Kate, I'm honestly struggling with the higher reps. Can I do less reps with more weight, or just do everything with lighter weight instead? What would work better for me? If you have, Kate, you've got a gut issue, okay? What we need to do is we need to promote blood flow. We need to get everything moving. We need to make sure it all works out, okay? So yes, we can drop your reps down and then eventually work up to it, but we do want to keep the general consensus to be higher reps. Anyone literally anybody with a gut issue out there, I've had one exception to the rule who hasn't done well in this, but literally anyone out there who has a gut issue will benefit from doing higher reps to start off with when they're first improving their gut. Graphy, is it imperative that I have my pre, intra and post workout subs? No, it's not. The most imperative thing is you go to the gym and you diet well. After that, if you want to get a little 1% boost on everything and grow a little bit faster, get a bit leaner, a bit quicker, then yeah, the pre, intra, post workout stuff's going to make you do well. Duncan Palmer, good diet and workouts, not lean, but on my way I stay away from too many stimulants, and as well usually only a coffee of the day in the morning. Rightio. Well, mate, but if you're improving, you're getting leaner and you're sweating more, then yes, it could be a good sign. But if it continues going, your heart starts feeling weird, I'd go get it checked out. I doubt it would, but that's just my little safety type thing that I should just say, or I'm obliged to say. You'll probably be sweet, man. It could just be an example of you getting your body working more efficiently. Your thermoregulation going up, getting much better there. You could even be having a higher thyroid output. Who knows what it is, man. If you feel good, you're probably good. Jackson James Johnson, thyroid. How to speed it up naturally, brother? That is a big question. Very, very big question. The number one thing to speed up your thyroid is to increase insulin, which means eat more carbs, all right? And also at the same time, eat more calories. Now, there are a large number of things that go to and from with this, but you need to find out why your thyroid's down, okay? So if you've been taking T3 or shit like that, then you've been taking T3, you just got to bounce your thyroid back up. You got to medicate it properly so that you can actually, taper your levels down in order to do it. The main one is actually increase your calories, big fella, which might seem counterintuitive. Nick Paulette, how much is your coaching, James? From $44 per week plus GST. All right. We'll get the lads to check it out, man, and help you out. Joshy Leighton, what were those 2 chemicals you mentioned to improve focus, bro? I'm taking notes. Fuck, which ones, bro? There are so many out there which improve focus. Let me think. What 2 am I going to give you today? I'll give everyone a different couple of supplements every day because there's so fucking many out there which are awesome. In general, right, if you want to stay more focused and you want to stop your mind darting from thing to thing to thing, right, I'd recommend taking a bit of Theacrine and some GABA, okay? They're going to be your 2 best things. So Theacrine, all right, is also called Kuding Cha tea, all right, KUDINGCHA TEA, so Kuding Cha tea, all right, that's Theacrine, and GABA, which is GABA. You can get them both from totalnootropics.com.au, all right? I'll put it in the comments for you, brother. GABA and Ding Cha tea. I got a discount for it. Not 100% sure what it is. I think it's Kent Clients. By the way, guys, as well, because I've got a large following, because I've got a large number of clients, and because the show community is huge, I can get discounts on literally anything that you want, okay? So if you want something, and you want a discount on it, I can hook you up, all right? I got iHerb discounts, nootropic discounts, Subido discounts, clothing discounts from Do You Even. Actually, speaking of which, this is Do You Even, so if you like it, I can hook you up with a discount there. And pretty much all my discount codes are Kent Clients, all right? Pretty much all of them, bar iHerb, which is a bit different, all right? So if you ever want a discount, just let us know. Put a post up in the Shred community, and we'll hook you up with a discount. Because why pay full price when you can save 15%? Who else we got? Nick, Nafiz, Nick. Here we go. Boom. Alrighty. Guys, I think we've pretty much covered everything tonight. We covered an absolute shitload. So thank you very much to everybody for being a part of this. It's been a pleasure as always. Enjoy having you on here. I'm going to be live again tomorrow night, okay? Same time, 7:30, alright? And pretty much what I'm going to do is we'll be covering more and more topics like this. So if you have anything that you want me to go over, comment it up, post it up in the Shred community. That's where we get all the comments from, and that's where we that's where we get the ideas for all this, so that we can help you all out. All right. On that note, I'm going to leave you to it. I'll speak to you all soon. Enjoy your night.